Midway through the year, South Africa's arts community was rocked once again by the unexpected passing of actor Don Mlangeni Nawa, who died following a long illness. Mlangeni Nawa was a beloved television and theatre actor whose career spanned decades, memorable for roles in series such as Scoot's Nice, where he played a character of Laqhasha, Isidingo, and The Throne. His passing was widely mourned across the entertainment community as the loss of a mentor and cultural icon.
Death has robbed the people of South Africa, one of its finest sons who valued the development of his people more than his own life and personal comfort. The untimely death of Bradon has not only robbed his family of a caring father, an uncle and a son. Indeed, his departure from our midst is a great loss to the people of our country and the creative industry.
Just when the country was beginning to come to terms with the loss of some of its most cherished artists, another devastating blow struck the nation's entertainment industry. The passing of Presley Chweneyagae, the man whose laughter, wisdom, and warmth filled South African living rooms for decades, left fans heartbroken and industry colleagues reeling.
Baya bonga wena baba.
His unexpected death at a relatively young age stirred tributes that emphasized his artistry, commitment to nurturing the next generation, and his role in putting South African film on the world map when he bagged an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, a first for South Africa.
He was more than a colleague. He was part of my beginning, and somehow the end of a beautiful full circle moment in my career. We worked together on my very first film, Tsotsi. We were just kids back then. Young, hungry, and full of dreams even we couldn't articulate. And yet there he was, carrying the weight of that story with a quiet intensity that left everyone breathless. His brilliance catapulted my career into unimaginable heights. I don't say that lightly, but being part of Tsotsi opened doors that I didn't know existed. And almost 2 decades later, I had the honor of working with him again on Inamba Josie Gold, this time as a director trainee, and once again, he was the lead. Still powerful, still generous, and still utterly magnetic. Presley made history. He made us proud, and he made us laugh. I'll never forget during the Tsotsi Oscar press tour, a journalist asked if he'd consider changing his name to make it easy for Hollywood. And without missing a beat, he said, if Hollywood can say Arnold Schwarzenegger, they can say Presley Chweneyagae.
In July, South Africa's political landscape was shaken to its core after news broke that former Deputy President David Dabete Mabuza, a man long regarded as one of the most influential and key figures in the political and national politics. His death drew an immediate and emotional response from leaders across the political spectrum, marking the end of a turbulent yet impactful era in South African governance.
Comrade Titi was not a lazy person. No wonder you see everyone is mourning in the province. Everywhere, in 4 corners of Mpumalanga, everyone is mourning because they knew Comrade Titi. Comrade Titi was all over, was township to township, village by village, working and assisting our people, ensuring that the people receive services. Yeah. That's why they were calling Mr. Service Delivery.
Yeah.
People, they received services from Comrade Titi.
There's so much that we're going to miss. We'll miss his presence, the way his entry changed the room, the sound of his footsteps, the look on his face when something wasn't right, that sharp, sinking silence before he would simply ask, "What's the problem?" We'll miss his laughter, especially when it came from deep within and reached all the way to his eyes. Those moments were rare and unforgettable. We'll miss his immaculate suits. His socks were always hidden, his shoes were polished, his posture strong, unshakable. Dad didn't walk, he moved with purpose, with direction. He was a man who lived as though he had a calling, because he did. And that purpose carried him through every room, every role, every day. Dad was also never casual about parenting. He wanted us to become people of substance, people who could stand tall, though without arrogance, people who knew what they stood for and who they stood beside. Papa bekathanda ukuthi umuntu kumele angafani nelibhara. Ilibhara ungalifaka lutho bese uyalishiya. Tawuphinda ulithole khona. Bekasikhumbuta ukuthi njengoba yena sebenzela bonke abantu nakanathi utasita kodwa kumele bese siyathambela sikwade ukuthi sukumela sihambe phambili ngekuzimisela.
The entertainment industry suffered yet another loss with the passing of veteran actress Meme Ditshego, who died at the age of 60. Ditshego's career spanned decades from township theatre beginnings to becoming a household name in television comedy and drama. Her role as Josephine Ratau in the hit sitcom Khari Dumeli brought her national acclaim and the affection of countless homes. Stadium lights dim as the nation's sports community mourned the sudden passing of veteran broadcaster Phumlani Msibi, who died at the age of 57 after a short illness. Msibi began his journey in sports broadcasting in the late 1990s as a ring announcer. He later became one of the most prominent voices on SuperSport, making history as the first commentator to deliver live commentary in both English and isiZulu. Another loss for the entertainment industry as the country mourns another profound loss. Veteran actor and comedian Oscar Mgudlwa, fondly known as Madluputu, died at the age of 50 following a short illness. Born in Davidton on Gauteng's East Rand, Mgudlwa's journey from humble beginnings to becoming a household name as a story of grit, talent, and connection. His passing leaves a void in an industry already grappling with the departure of many of its icon figures. The football fraternity mourned the passing of former Zimbabwean striker Tendai Ndoro, whose career shone brightly for his country and in the South African Premier Soccer League. Ndoro embarked on a footballing journey that took him from grassroots in Zimbabwe to some of South Africa's biggest clubs. He first made his mark with Chicken Inn in Zimbabwe before moving to South Africa to join clubs like Orlando Pirates, where he gathered a large following. Just as South Africa's entertainment and public life braced for the close of 2025, the nation was hit by yet another shocking loss, leaving fans, colleagues and loved ones in deep mourning. The passing of the Zone 14 star has not only added to the heavy toll of grief that has shadowed the nation throughout the year. Mam Nandi, as she was affectionately known, has been described as someone who lived for their craft and touched everyone they met. The news of former South African cabinet minister and ambassador to France, Natim Tetto, who was found dead in Paris, left the country reeling. While circumstances of his death are still under investigation by French authorities, fellow politicians poured tributes, emphasizing his role as a disciplined public servant and a significant figure in South Africa's political settings. Tetto's children have described their father as a man of virtue.
News of Nambos' passing began circulating. We all took them for bad rumors that have become typical of social media these days. Indeed, how could we suddenly accept that a man so full of life was gone? Even after official confirmation, it still felt unreal. We cannot still bring ourselves to refer to him in the past tense. To lose Nambos in such tragic circumstances is a wound that cuts too deep.
As South Africans grappled with what many felt had already been a year marked by the loss of too many prominent figures, December delivered yet another devastating blow with the killing of a popular DJ who was gunned down in Johannesburg. DJ Waras, whose real name is Warwick Stock's fatal shooting, has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond, with fans, fellow artists and public figures expressing disbelief and sorrow at the sudden loss. Known for his vibrant presence in the local entertainment scene, the former Gaga CFM presenter built a loyal following and was widely regarded as a force in the industry.
If you are lucky enough to be granted wisdom, you realize that fame is not to be used for self. Now more than ever, it is incumbent upon those who can and those who have to advocate for those who can't and those who have not.
Each of these lives, whether lived in melody, motion, or service, wove itself into the fabric of who we are as a nation. In their passing, we are reminded that the measure of a life is not how long it lasts, but how deeply it moves others. Grief, in its strange mercy, teaches us to hold memory as a form of inheritance. And so we light candles, not only for what we've lost, but for what they've left us. Songs still sung, words still quoted, dreams still pursued. May their stories echo beyond this year, guiding us gently into the next. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Zola Sholwana in Johannesburg.